Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I'm going to assess one of the letters written by my student. This is her first letter, and I'm going to assess it and provide the word-by-word feedback along with the assessment against each criteria of the OET examination, and finally the score for this particular letter. Before we jump onto the assessment, I would like to provide a gentle reminder in regards to my membership programs. I've got 3 membership programs such as Silver, Gold, and Platinum. If you become a Silver member, you're going to pay only about 250 to 300 Indian rupees per month, but you will be able to access all the members only videos that contain a lot of useful strategies such as the analysis of case notes for the letter, planning for the case notes, and then writing the actual letters, proofreading, and so on. Plus, you will be able to receive the access to A grade letters, B grade letters, A grade role play conversations, B grade role play conversations, and so on. In addition to that, you will also be able to receive some proven strategies in order to deal with your reading and listening sections. I'll try to help all my members as much as I can to achieve their desired scores in their first attempt itself. If you become a gold member, the membership is going to start at about $14.99 Australian dollars. It's going to be approximately 750 rupees. Approximately, it can be a bit higher, and you will be able to receive 10 additional test sets as well for your OET, PT, and IELTS examination. If you wish to become a platinum member, you will receive the assistance with the 2 sets of each sections. For example, you'd be able to receive the assistance with the 2 reading tests, 2 listening tests, 2 speaking tests, and 2 writing tests. I'm going to help you out to find out your errors and how to overcome them and things like that. So if you would like to get the maximum benefits out of my YouTube channel, I wish you to become a platinum member, and it starts at $79.99, which is going to be approximately 4,000 Indian rupees a month. Before we jump onto the video, I also would like to request you to like this video if you find the assessment helpful, share them with other students, colleagues, relatives, and family members. You can also send this video link to other WhatsApp and Telegram groups as well, so that it can be beneficial to others as well who are preparing for the OET, IELTS, and PT academic examinations. Let us jump on to this assessment now. Okay, so the student has written down this letter for Silvia Rule's case notes. This is one of the case notes that has been asked in the recent examinations. I think it has been asked in the month of June, I believe. And I'm going to assess this letter. This letter has been written by the student, and it has been the first letter as well for her. Let's start the assessment now. So she has written down the date on the top. I'm happy with that. So that's in the correct format. But you don't need to place a comma, but it is still okay. It's not a grammar mistake, actually. And then she has written down the recipient's contact details, otherwise known as the addressee's contact details, clearly. I'm happy with that. So it's Miss Julia Dobson, the head nurse, WellCare Nursing Home, 42 Darlinghurst, UK. So that's good. I'm very happy with that. And then she has written down the salutation of the addressee. That is, dear Miss Dobson. So that's good. And then she placed a comma as well. I'm very happy with that. And then she has written down the reference details of the patient, which is regarding Mrs. Silvia Rule, aged 69. So this is all good. Let me go through the introduction paragraph now. The introduction paragraph is written as follows. Okay, let's see. I am writing to request continued care and management for Mrs. Silvia Rule, who is transferred back to your facility today. Instead of writing who is transferred, you can say who is being transferred. Okay, that is one mistake. So instead of writing down who is transferred, you can say who is being transferred. Okay, so that's going to be more appropriate. So you can say who is being transferred, right? So that's going to be much better. So you have written down, this letter, and this is a request letter, and you are requesting, the same, service provider to continue the service, so which is really good. I'm very happy with that. All right, let's go to the next one. She was diagnosed with chest infection and Alzheimer's disease. Perfect. So this introduction paragraph is really good, apart from this one error. Okay. Let's go through the next one. As you know, comma, Mrs. Rule was admitted with the suggestive symptoms. Okay, remember this. The articles a and can never ever go with the plural noun. Okay, look at this one. Symptoms is actually a plural noun, which means you should have avoided this okay, so that's wrong. So what you should have done is with suggestive symptoms. So in this case, you should have removed, the phrase so this articles must have been removed. You shouldn't write down this article. Okay, so you should say suggestive symptoms, and then whatever the symptoms that you have written down, that's fine. Okay, suggestive symptoms of pneumonia. Okay, that's good. She has had similar episode since March. Okay, so let's say, is it one episode? Because episode is going to be a countable noun. If you have been telling that this is the only, there were maybe a couple of episodes. If it was a plural noun, you should have used episodes. If it was only one episode, you should say she has had a similar episode. Okay, so in this case, it wasn't clearly told. Okay, so let's say, so you should have either written down similar episodes if they occurred, more than in more than one occasions. Otherwise, you should say a similar episode, a similar episode. Okay, so that's what you should have written down. So you have to write down one of these things, or a similar episode. Okay, right. Let's go to the next one now. All right, since March. Okay, an X-ray and computed tomography ruled out pneumonia. Okay, when you say this one, okay, so initially it was suspected that the patient was suffering from pneumonia. However, this X-ray and computed tomography ruled out pneumonia. So you could have used a however, isn't it? It could have much better. Okay, so there is no grammar mistake here, but there is a way of connecting the sentences in an effective manner. Okay, so instead of writing down, let's say, what did you write? Sorry, an X-ray. So you could have mentioned an X-ray. You could have mentioned the however, comma, an X-ray. Okay, and computer tomography ruled out pneumonia. Okay, that's good, because that's the best way of connecting these sentences together. All right, let's go to the next one. During hospitalization, there should be a comma, but you haven't placed it, unfortunately, and that's incorrect. So you should say during hospitalization. Okay, you should say during hospitalization. There should be a comma. All right, you haven't placed it, unfortunately, and that's incorrect. Okay, let's go with the next one. Mrs. Rule was treated with the oxygen therapy and amoxicillin injection 500 mg 3 times a day. That's good. There's no grammar mistake here, but I would recommend you to write down 3 in numbers if possible, because that's going to help a lot. See, for the numbers that are less than 10, it is highly recommended to write those numbers in the word forms. For example, 3, THREE, 4, FOUR, and so on, because that's going to help a lot. Okay, let's go ahead with the next one. All right, that's fine. Okay, that's all right. Let's go ahead with this. During her stay, there should be a comma. You have done that. Good. She was shouting, and then I don't know whether you have placed a comma here. Okay, shouting, aggressive, restless, and reluctant. Therefore, comma, she was diagnosed with the Alzheimer's disease. It's not like therefore, but subsequently, okay, following the tests and things like that. So it's, instead of writing down therefore, you could have mentioned, sorry, you could have mentioned the subsequently, because this is the best way of connecting these sentences together. Okay, so whenever you have to write down the connecting phrases, you need to be a bit careful, because you should not use the improper connecting phrases, to link the sentences together. Otherwise, you lose score. Okay. Subsequently, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Her condition was discussed with her family members and advised for instant discharge. Okay, let's say, instead of saying and advised, and was advised. Okay, and was advised for instant discharge. So instead of saying unadvised, it's good to say and was advised. Okay, because you have been using the passive voice form here, so it's better to use it appropriately. All right. All right. On today's assessment, that's good, comma. Mrs. Rule has mild fever, shortness of breath, and okay, so you have written on and. Okay, let's go ahead with the next one. And fatigue, okay, which need to monitor continuously. Okay, now that's wrong. This is wrong. I'll tell you the reason. Okay, so you said which need to monitor. So you are telling that these fatigue, whatever the symptoms you said, they have to monitor, you know, this patient. So the fatigue comes in, hello, I'm fatigued, I'm going to monitor you. So this is how, you know, the symptoms are going to monitor. So what you have written down is this. Okay, this is what you have written down, but unfortunately what you should have done is which required to be monitored, okay, so that's going to be the correct sentence, which required to be monitored. Okay, because they need to be monitored, of course, right? It's not they need to monitor, they are the you know, they are the passive nouns, you can say so, because, you know, they can't carry out this action, they can't monitor something because they are the conditions and the symptoms. Only the people can do that, otherwise they can be monitored. Okay, they can be managed, they can be assessed. That's the correct way of writing down. Okay, right, let's go to the next one. It would be appreciated, comma, if you could continue amoxicillin tablet. It's not continue actually, because previously you told the injection, isn't it? So look at this one, and you said if you continue, that's wrong. Okay, look at this here. I think we have read somewhere here. Yeah, here you go. Amoxicillin injection. So initially it was an injection, but that has been changed to the tablet. So what you should have done is you should have mentioned that the amoxicillin, so you can say, for example, it would be appreciated if you could provide amoxicillin tablets, or if you could monitor the medication compliance of amoxicillin tablets, and then, you know, 3 times a day for a week or so on. Or you can say, please note that amoxicillin injection has been changed to amoxicillin tablets, which need to be, or which are required to be, you know, monitored. Okay, once she is back to your facility, or something like that, you know. So you got to write it down. So this is wrong. And the other issue is after appreciated, before if, you don't need to place a comma. Only if you write down if in the beginning, you have to write it down. You have to place a comma, otherwise it's not needed. So appreciated, comma, if. This is wrong. Okay, so you should say appreciated and then just if. Okay, and the other thing is that the case notes were mispresented here. Okay, so it's not correct. It's not continue because she didn't take this medication at all yet. Okay, she didn't take this tablet. It is the first time she's gonna take. All right, 3 times a day for a week. Okay, that's fine. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Yours sincerely, comma, registered nurse. So that's fine. Underneath the registered nurse, it is better to use, you know, the registered nurse. All right, because your name hasn't been given here, so it's better to write down, you know, the registered nurse. But apart from that, it's not that bad. You have included everything else. I'm very happy with that. Okay, let me go through the assessment. What needs to be done? One is grammar needs to be improved. So the way you have been using grammatical sentences, structures, you know, needs to be improved. Right? Grammar needs to be improved a bit. Okay, the second one is, I mean, to be particular, use of nouns, verbs. Okay, let me go through this. Use of nouns and verbs, and then yeah, plural and singular nouns. All right, those kinds of things need to be improved. Okay, so okay, articles, need to be improved. Okay, punctuations should have been much better. So you should have used the commas, full stops, and everything in a proper manner. Okay, all right. Another thing is vocabulary. Vocabulary could have been much better because you could have used with the use of more formal words and synonyms. Okay, so it's better to use formal words. For example, instead of writing down which need to be monitored, it is better to write down which required to be monitored. Okay, that's another one. Use of connectivity could have been much better. Use of connecting phrases could have been more appropriate, because in a couple of locations you haven't used the right connecting phrases. Okay, that's not good. All right, that's not really good. And what else? Yeah, so there are some recommendations. I mean, number 6 is a recommendation only. What else? I think, yep, that's it. Yeah, there's no much issue as far as these things are concerned. Overall task fulfillment is good. I'm very happy with that. All right, you should have presented, the information, correctly. The case notes, one of the case notes needs to be properly represented. But let's go ahead with the other things. Okay, layout is perfect. Layout and presentation are good enough. Or fine, I'm happy with that. So they're all good to go. All right, let's go through the other things. Okay, yeah, right. Use of the range of sentence structures is good, is great as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You have used passive voice form in most part of the letter, which is great. So well done, you have done a wonderful job. Okay, so it's really great. What else? Yeah, so let me see if you have included all the relevant case notes or not. That's the pending thing. Okay, I'll go ahead with the case notes and I'll try to analyze whether you have included all the relevant case notes or not. So this is a known case, I believe, because you have already written down this one. Okay, let's say, so this is a known case. During the case note, okay, writing the information of in the case note, write a letter of information to Miss Dobson requesting care and monitoring of Mrs. Sylvia. Address the letter to Miss Julia Dobson, head nurse at Welker. Okay, whatever the address. Okay, that's all right. So it's going to be the known case, because when you read this, okay, assume that today's date is 12 June 2021. You are a registered nurse working in the emergency department of St. Patrick's Hospital, 390 Victoria Street, Brayhard, Darlinghurst, UK. That's all right. Let's go through this. Name, Mrs. Silvia Rule. You have included that. Date of birth, that's fine. Welker Nursing Home Agency. So that's where she has been living. Okay, so that's fine. That, which means, the recipient should have got all this information already. Okay, next of kin, 2 daughters, and so we don't need to include any information in regards to the social and the medical history. Remember this. Okay, so I'm not going to include anything here. No. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, 10 March 2021. All right, so this is when she started having difficulties, breathing difficulty, fever, fatigue management, treated with antibiotics and discharged after 1 week. We don't need to include these things, the medical history, but we can remove this one. But we don't know whether we need to include this or not. When we go through the next ones, we will be able to get to know. So dementia, diabetes, you need to remove all these things, and she didn't include. Very good, you have done a good job. High temperature, high blood pressure, breathlessness, chest infection possibly due to pneumonia. That's on 16 April 2021. Management, treated with oxygen and antibiotics. That's fine. 10 June 2021, presenting problems, brought by ambulance. So this is when she was brought to the hospital. Okay, this is the recent admission. These are the reasons why she has been admitted to the hospital. Okay, all right. So all these symptoms are going to be in relation with the pneumonia. I mean, possibly pneumonia. So they said probably. Look at the question marks. See, all the case notes will have a lot of information, including the symbols. They will use these ones, and then they will use the the up arrow and down arrow and so on as well. So you have to interpret that information properly when you have to write them down in the letter. Okay, so that's good. Presenting problems, wheezing, all these things. So all these problems are related to pneumonia. So you don't need to mention all of them, separately. So she has done a good job by summarizing all the information. I'm very happy with the way that she has interpreted the information. And these are the things, X-ray, blood screening, CT scan. She could have used this complete blood screening. I don't know why she hasn't included. She has used only CT scan and blood screening. So blood screening, the information related to blood screening could have been included. So one that is missing. One case note is missing. All right, let's go through the next one. bacterial chest infection, that's possibly due to previous illness. You should have included this one as well, because this is due to the infection carried out by the bacteria, right? So however, it is again as a result of the previous illnesses as well, so you should have mentioned this one. So it's okay, influence of, we can say, I'm changing the words, okay, influence of previous illness, the existing illness. Okay, you should have possible influence of. So you should have included this one. That's another issue. All right, let's go ahead with the next one. Oxygen through face mask. I don't know whether you have included this one or not. You have mentioned only the oxygen. You didn't say through face mask. Is that via face mask? You can change through to via. Okay, via face mask. Given injection amoxicillin, that's fine. Patient become reluctant, become aggressive, shouting, and restless for ward admission, diagnosed with Alzheimer's. You can say subsequently, and you have been using the same phrases like reluctant, aggressive, shouting, restless, and all these things. At least use some kinds of synonyms. For example, let's say reluctant can be replaced with the hesitant. Okay, all right, and so on. Discussed with family and advised instant discharge. It is better to use some kinds of synonyms like immediate. Okay, she has been advised to get discharged immediately, something like that. So you can use some kinds of words, okay, instead of repeating the same words again and again. Fit for discharge, fever in a range. Okay, so that's good. So you can mention these things, these things need to be done. Amoxicillin 500 gram. Okay, that's tablet. So you have used the continued. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. So this means this needs to be done. Okay, but it's not like what you have mentioned. Nurse to monitor fever. Okay, nurse needs to do these things as well. They need to monitor the signs of possibly these things again and again, and then check medication as well. Transfer to nursing home. That's okay. So most of the case notes, relevant case notes, were included. I'm very happy with that. All right, so you have done a wonderful job. But only these influences, these case notes were not included. All right, case notes, a few case notes relating to the full blood screening. So they mentioned the full blood screening and possible influence of previous illness were missing. So you could have done a better job. Okay, all right, let's go through the expected score now. Only those two case notes are missing. Okay, I'll go through the errors now. Okay, so the first one is not a major error, but it could have been much better because she hasn't been transferred yet. She is being transferred. Okay, second one is a major mistake. Third one is also a mistake. Fourth one is a recommendation. I mean, it's not an issue. I don't consider it a mistake. Consider it as a mistake. Okay, let's go to the next one. During hospitalization, that is a mistake. 6 is a recommendation only. Therefore, it's not properly connected. And then unadvised, that's a mistake. Okay, which need to monitor, that is also a mistake. That's a major mistake. Number 9 is a major mistake. Number 10 is a mistake, but yeah, it's okay to misplace the punctuation marks 1, such as one in one instance. That's fine. And then 11 is a recommendation. So you have committed at least 7 to 8 mistakes. Okay, and then you have missed the couple of relevant case notes as well. Okay, let's say taking these things into account, according to me, this one sounds like I mean, this is really close to C+ grade. I'm not fully confident to give you C+ grade, but this one can get you 290 out of 500. Definitely this is worth for at least 290. Okay, but I'm not fully convinced with the C+ grade. Okay, if you like this assessment, you can like my video, share with the others. If you would like to get your first letter assessed, you can contact me on my mobile or WhatsApp number, that is +61 468 480 877. Please understand that I'm living in Sydney, Australia, and as a result, you shouldn't place +91 there. It is just right away +61 468 480 877. You can alternatively contact me on my email address, that is steve@ucaneenglishttutoring.com. If you like my Facebook page, you are going to get a lot of notifications in regards to the videos and things like that. All right. Let me know if you need any assistance with the free correction of your first letter and first role play. You should be able to get similar kind of quality assessment to understand where you're losing your marks, and then you should be able to overcome that in order to pass your examination in one attempt itself. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really understand how stressful you are when preparing for the English language tests such as IELTS, OET, or PTE. I wish you good luck with your examination and practice. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.